Good afternoon. My name is Claire Rietman Grout, and I serve as the Assistant Head of School for Student Life. Welcome to the 87th Commencement Exercises at the beautiful St. Pius Church. We truly appreciate you joining us to honor these extraordinary young women for their high school accomplishments as we bid farewell to the class of 2021. Today we pause to salute the achievements of every young woman who will walk across our stage to receive their Mercy High School diploma. Every senior has worked exceptionally hard over the last 4 years to learn, to grow, and to meet the high expectations of a Mercy graduate. As we gather, our graduates are anxiously awaiting their entrance, as this is the moment they've been waiting for the last 4 years. On this occasion, we ask that you respect our graduates and their families with appropriate behavior during today's ceremony. The Mercy High School ceremony is a formal ritual, as the setting suggests, and we hope that you respect and honor your daughters, granddaughters, and friends with the appropriate applause and behavior during this afternoon's graduation. As you look around this beautiful church, please remember that shouting, foot stomping, whistling, or air horns are just as inappropriate as we are in Mass. We respectfully ask that you listen to the directions on applause during the ceremony so that you may honor your girls appropriately. Lastly, please check your cell phones and make sure they are turned off or on silent. As always, thank you for your cooperation. Now, it is my honor to welcome the Mercy High School graduating class of 2021. our soon-to-be graduates of Mercy High School. It is an honor to welcome you to your much-anticipated graduation ceremony. At this time, I would like to invite you to take your seats. It is my honor to introduce to you our Board of Director members present this afternoon. Penny Alexander, Class of '78, Board Chair. Kelly Benz. Bob Grisilli. Mary Kirscher, Class of '78. Joe Neswick. Sister Joan Marie O'Donnell, Mercy San Francisco, Class of '59. Michelle Tyler.
Hello, I am Lauren Conklin, and I serve as Assistant Head of School for Academics. Today, we'll welcome our salutatorian and our valedictorian for the class of 2021. These are the two seniors with the highest grade point averages over 7 semesters at Mercy. Now, please join me in welcoming our salutatorian for the class of 2021, Mia Madeline.
Good afternoon, classmates, family, friends, faculty, staff, and board of directors. I'm honored to welcome all of you and speak today about the incredible 4 years we have spent together. As we have grown, we have been exposed to the reality that life is not easy, as we have participated in social justice marches to combat inequality, lived during a global pandemic, felt the effects of global warming, been horrified by hate crimes, and continue to experience these today. In our personal lives, many of us have dealt with obstacles that have deeply impacted and shaped us. This past year and a half, mostly in distance learning, has taught us the importance of being involved in a supportive community and appreciating our time together. Navigating classes from home, we have learned the importance of communication, advocating for ourselves, self-care, sunshine, and remembering to click the mute button on Zoom. Our perseverance despite everything only makes today's celebration of our accomplishments these past 4 years more special. As a class, we have been a part of each other's journeys and have made an impact, however small, on each other's experience that we will continue to carry with us as we go on to discover and create our individual paths in life. Because of Mercy, we have gained extended family through relationships with teachers, friends, while continuing to cherish our relationships with our families outside of school. Today would not be the same without the wonderful faculty and staff who have contributed to our stories by supporting us academically and personally during our time at Mercy. The teachers who stayed during lunch to host study groups, who danced around the classroom during lessons, who asked us how we were doing when they sensed something was wrong, who stayed after school for hours helping us, who shared life advice, who responded to late-night emails, and all the teachers who have become a part of our second family. No matter the subject they taught, our teachers have worked to ensure that we understood the curriculum while remaining involved in class and maintaining enthusiasm. By getting to know us as individuals, our teachers have demonstrated that they truly care about us, and they ensure that we know that each of us matters. We thank you. Along with our teachers, our friends have been our family here at Mercy. Whether we have grown close with one person or 10, these people define our sisterhood. The same person who you immediately run to when your teacher asks you to pick a partner, the people you always go to Mercy dances with, your sports team hyping you up before a game, the group that collectively panics before tests to shake out the nerves, the ones who always text back no matter how late or early, and all the ones who are your chosen family. That's not to say that friendships during these last 4 years have been perfect. Of course, they've naturally shifted, faded, and blossomed. but we have emerged with new perspectives and insights that we took to heart from those changes. In the end, it is the friends that have stayed by our side and the new connections that we continue to make today that stick with us, a part of our growing family even as we transition into college and beyond. We thank you. To the family that is with us today in person, virtually or in spirit, thank you for supporting and being there for us. No matter if they are related by blood or love, our family has helped raise us into the people we are today. These are the people who have continued to love us, even on the days we only emerged from our rooms for snacks, who we have turned to for comfort, who have braced themselves while we learned to drive, who have helped clean up our messes, who have loved us and continue to. They have made countless sacrifices to ensure that we receive a Mercy education and have invested in our future to ensure we have the tools to achieve success. We thank you. Buddha said, "Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened." Happiness never decreases by being shared. Let today be about sharing our happiness by celebrating our accomplishments and cherishing one another as we are gathered together as a class for the last time. In the future, if we ever feel alone, let us light a candle and be reminded of our time together, our connections to the ones we love. Remember Catherine Macaulay's words, "We should be as shining lamps, giving light to all." Thank you all for bringing light into our lives.
Suscipe is a Latin word for receive and is a prayer of self-giving. Catherine Macaulay, an Irish nun who founded the Sisters of Mercy in 1831, is credited with her own Suscipe prayer. Catherine's prayer expresses her absolute surrender to the loving mercy of God. Charlotte Liberty will read Catherine's Suscipe for us today.
My God, I am yours for time and eternity. Teach me to cast myself entirely into the arms of your loving providence, with the most lively, unlimited confidence in your compassionate, tender pity. Grant me, O most merciful Redeemer, that whatever you ordain or permit may be acceptable to me. Take from my heart all painful anxiety. Suffer nothing to sadden me but sin, nothing to delight me but the hope of coming to the possession of you, my God and my all, in your everlasting kingdom. Amen.
Next, I invite Joanne Hoy to share the gospel reading, which is chosen in particular for graduation.
This afternoon's reading comes from the Gospel of Matthew. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will receive mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. The Gospel of the Lord.
At this time, I'm pleased to invite our talented singers from the senior class to offer a special blessing for our graduates.
May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rain fall soft upon your feet. And until we meet again, until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of His hand. Until we meet again, until we meet again, may God hold you, may God hold you, may God hold you in the palm of His hand.
Thank you to our senior singers and our chorale director, Victor Cervantes. The class of 2021 has been honored with a number of awards. We would like to recognize the members of our honor societies and other awards now. I invite the members of the California Scholarship Federation to stand and be recognized at this time. Next, members of the National Honor Society, please stand and be recognized at this time. National Merit Scholarship commended student Nancy Astaby, please stand. Members of the ASL National Honor Society, please stand. Members of the Spanish Honor Society, please stand. Members of the French Honor Society, please stand. Members of the Trilingual Honor Society, please stand. Members of the English National Honor Society, please stand. Members of the History Honor Society, please stand. Members of the Math National Honor Society, please stand. Members of the Science National Honor Society, please stand. Members of the National Art Honor Society, please stand. Members of the Tri-M Music Honor Society, please stand. Members of the National Honor Society for Dance Arts, please stand. Members of the International Thespian Society, please stand. Mercy San Francisco Women in Performing Arts, please stand. Mercy San Francisco Women in the Arts, please stand. Mercy San Francisco Women in Science and Health, please stand. Mercy San Francisco Women in Technology, please stand. And finally, Mercy High School Academic Achievement Award recipients, please stand. This year has been unprecedented in many ways, including the fact that 25 of our graduates came to us in the fall from Mercy San Francisco, which closed at the end of 2020 school year. We were deeply saddened at the closing of our sister school. We continue to extend condolences to the students, families, faculty, staff, and administration for the loss of their community. At the same time, the addition of these 25 young women to our school, plus a number of underclassmen, have enriched our school tremendously. We are happy to invite an honored speaker today to address the graduating class. This student has the top grade point average in her class of transfer students, and she has been a graceful advocate and leader for her community. Please welcome our honored speaker, Dominique Adessa.
Dear fellow Mercy peers, teachers, staff, board of directors, and our family and friends in person and online. Just a little over 4 years ago, I was grappling with where I should go to high school, Waldorf or Mercy SF. I had never attended Catholic school, nor could even fathom the idea of wearing a uniform. But here I am today, giving this speech, and I am so happy I made the right decision, because my decision gave me the opportunity to not only attend one, but 2 Mercy high schools. While each one has been beautifully unique and in different ways, they are both united in how they are grounded in the mission and critical concerns of the Sisters of Mercy. Attending Mercy High School, San Francisco, and Mercy High School, Burlingame, changed my life. Regardless of what Mercy High School we attended or how many we attended, Mercy changed us, and I want to share how. As an incoming freshman, I was scared and uncertain of who Dominique Adessa was going to become. I knew family was important, and that I wanted a group of caring friends, and that dance gave me the will to live. But I had no confidence in myself, with my voice being quiet and weak compared to now, seldom used. Little did I know that I was going to a school where I would find myself and that would help solidify my beliefs. Mercy taught us to stand tall and to be proud of who we are. On the first day of walking into Mercy SF, I was overwhelmed with the kindness each student, faculty, and staff bestowed upon me. I had stepped into my second home and immediately felt safe to not only be me, but to explore what that meant. Though I loved every second of that year, it is important to keep in mind that this year was not just one of roses. It was a year that, like many before it, was defined by different national tragedies. The difference with that year, though, was that Mercy opened my eyes to the realities of the world and made me believe that I had a voice to do something about it. During our freshman year, there was news of another high school mass shooting in Parkland, Florida, and this engrossed our nation. At Mercy SF, our student body held an impromptu assembly so we could openly express our concerns. The next week, the Mercy SF student body marched out of class, wearing orange, and held posters along 19th Avenue. It was at Mercy that I learned to stand up for nonviolence, one of the many critical concerns that has defined my high school years. Later that year, on Valentine's Day, I was introduced to V-Day, or Vagina Day. In our classes, we learned about how when women have been sexually abused for thousands of years, and that we not only should, but could embrace our bodies, rather than be shamed for them or ashamed of them. Those of us from Mercy SF were proud to share this V-Day tradition with Mercy Burlingame, to ensure the message did not end with the closing of Mercy San Francisco. Mercy taught us to find our voice and to use it for good. Sophomore year, immigration came into the limelight. This was the year that many hundreds of thousands of migrants fled to the U.S.-Mexico border and were not allowed entry. In Mercy SF's religion classes, we honed in on this disaster by researching testimonials from the migrants living in camps and wrote our own fictional stories to further experience the empathy that we know will guide us throughout our lives. Mercy taught us to feel not only for others, but with others, and that every struggle is one we are a part of. Then, junior year happened. Though the first semester seemed normal, it has now become a blur. Because for those of us at Mercy San Francisco, our world came crashing down on January 10th, when we found out that Mercy SF, our home for the past 2.5 years, would be closing at the end of the semester. Knowing we would not be able to complete our high school experience under the same roof, and not knowing which school we would each go to led to an endless cycle of worry. During this time, where it would have been easy to shut down or give up, instead, our Mercy SF teachers remained committed to focusing on our mental health while still teaching us all the material they set out to accomplish in the beginning of the year. Our struggles didn't mean the world ended, and our learning was not over, so we carried on. In ethics class, each student researched Goldman Award winners and their accomplishments in their fight to protect wildlife or Native peoples. Our eyes were further widened as we learned how past actions have affected Mother Earth and her inhabitants. Mercy taught us that you don't just give up and that there is always another lesson to be learned. Returning from intercession and ready to cherish our last semester as Mercy San Francisco students, our class was met with a new challenge, COVID-19. Remember when everyone thought schools would be in distance learning for 2 weeks? Speaking for everyone, this has been the longest 2 weeks of our lives. We never were able to return to campus as we had all hoped, and it was only right before summer that we could clear out our lockers and close a chapter of our lives. We closed that chapter without ever being able to properly say goodbye to our classmates or teachers. Mercy taught us that life can be painful and things can be out of control, and that sometimes we just have to accept life for the lesson it is trying to teach us. But then, the sunlight came crashing in when all of the Mercy SF students who are graduating here today made the decision to finish our high school education at Mercy Burlingame. We were able to take a deep breath. Mercy taught us that there are rainbows at the end of each storm if we are willing to see and accept them. We had joined a slightly different sisterhood at Mercy Burlingame. We were all welcomed virtually with open arms, and each student, faculty, and staff took the time to properly guide us through the functions of Mercy Burlingame. For almost a whole year, this senior class, this Mercy High School Burlingame class, has had to survive distance Zoom learning, which sufficed during a pandemic, but our social interactions fell short for reasons completely out of our control. Perhaps that is why I am even more grateful that we were able to spend the last month of school in person, and that I could be on campus with each and every one of you. Mercy taught us to cherish the tiniest of moments and to count our blessings. From distance to in-person learning, we as a school have never let our mission falter or float to the sidelines. In a year where it would have been easy to give up, we continue to lean into our Mercy education as much as we could. Not only was this year defined by COVID, but it was also defined by a call to fight for social justice and equity. We refused to let victims' names go silent as we listened to the stories being taught across all courses. Since George Floyd's murder, we have seen far too many hate crimes that have swept our nation, and we have been called to not fall silent. Whenever students needed to voice their concerns regarding current events, our Mercy Burlingame teachers welcomed a discussion into their classrooms. I want to personally thank all my teachers for allowing me and the rest of the senior class to become the women of Mercy we are today. Mercy taught us to be active citizens and to stand up for the injustices we have and will continue to face in our world. Our Mercy education has fostered the love of all beliefs, people, and our earth. Our Mercy education has made us more aware of the needs of our world, particularly as they relate to the earth, nonviolence, immigration, women, and racism. Because of Mercy, we are ready to enter the next chapter of life and to do so much good along the way. Because of Mercy, we are graduating before you today as Mercy women, loving, determined, fierce, accepting, unstoppable leaders of tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Dominique. At this time, I am pleased to present the Mercy High School Awards of Highest Distinction. The first award is the Sister Mary Gabriel Award for Excellence in Sportsmanship. This award honors the senior who exemplifies outstanding sportsmanship by her faithfulness to the team spirit and her undaunted loyalty to her team members at all times. This year, the award goes to Natalie Lara. Natalie, please come forward to receive your award. I would like to invite our Director of Campus Ministry, Angie Simonetti, to please present the Mother Baptist Russell Service Award.
This award honors the senior who shows consistent commitment in serving those in need. She carries on the spirit of Mother Baptist Russell, the first Sister of Mercy in California, whose response to people in need was immediate and practical. This year, the award goes to Taryn Luffman. Taryn, please come forward to receive your award.
Next, we have the Sister Amy Bailey Leadership Award. This award honors the seniors whose actions and example encourage and inspire her fellow students to strive together to achieve those goals, who promote the growth and well-being of the Mercy community. This year, this award goes to Ella Wilson. Ella, please come forward to receive your award.
The next award is the Board of Directors Award for Academic Excellence. This award honors a senior who is distinguished in scholarship by maintaining the highest grade point average over 4 years in a college preparatory program. This year, the award goes to Nancy Ostaby. Nancy, please come forward. And finally, the Mercy High School Head of Schools Award for General Excellence. This is the highest honor our school offers. It is conferred upon a graduating senior who exemplifies the spirit of mercy by putting the welfare of others above her own interests. She is chosen for her generous service, dedication to gospel message, and general achievement in curricular and co-curricular aspects of school life. This year, the award goes to Asupa Mila. Asupa, please come forward. At this time, I'm pleased to present to you the valedictorian for the class of 2021, Nancy Ostaby.
Good afternoon. My name is Nancy Ostaby, and I am honored to be able to deliver the valedictory address for the class of 2021. First of all, I want to congratulate each and every one of you for making it to graduation. I know that for many of us, the fact that we would graduate high school has always been a given, but high school wasn't easy for any of us. And we should not forget that graduating today is truly an accomplishment that we should all be proud of ourselves for. I would like to thank everyone who has helped us get here today. The Mercy community has been an amazing blessing, and I'm grateful to have been able to spend the last 4 years here. Thank you to the parents and guardians who have supported us not only by sending us to Mercy, but also by being there for us in times of uncertainty. Thank you to our teachers, who not only ensured that we are prepared academically, but who also have gone above and beyond to mentor us. And of course, thank you to my classmates, the most important support system I've had, and I believe we've all had during our years at Mercy. The people we've met and befriended here have shaped who we are now and who we will be for the rest of our lives. Now, while there are so many memories from my years at Mercy that I'd love to reminisce about with you all, I want to look towards the future, towards each of our unique journeys that we are now embarking on. Personally, I'm pretty scared about the future. I can't give any reassurances that these recent upheavals in the world will be resolved soon or for the best, just as I can't promise that any of our college years will go perfectly as planned. It is true that we are leaving Mercy during a dark time in the world, faced by issues ranging from environmental concerns to global inequality and social injustice. The pandemic only adds to these challenges. As we leave high school, we enter a country and a world beset by discrimination, hatred, and violence. This means that we, as young women, are called to respond to an urgent need for equality, unity, and peace. It means that we have not only the ability, but also the responsibility to employ our unique gifts to be a force of good in the world. Especially at a time like this, we need courage and conviction if we are to make any positive change. This is why, despite my fear, I am full of hope for the future. I know that because of our experiences at Mercy, we are equipped to do great things, and we have the will to use our ability to positively impact our communities and the world. I'm sure we all know that the people and culture we're surrounded by naturally affects who we are as individuals. So being a part of the community at Mercy, especially during such pivotal years of our lives, has been critical. We leave Mercy armed not only with knowledge, but with character, and with Mercy values as intrinsic to who we are. We understand the importance of unity, compassion, and service. We have self-confidence, and we value our own and others' voices. We lift each other up, respond with hospitality, and deeply believe in the dignity of every person. I know we hear the phrases women of character and mercy girls so often that we stop thinking about what they actually mean. But those ideas are important ones because they encompass what we've gained from our years here and who we've become. The image we have of who a mercy girl is has been built by the generations that came before us, and it is an idea that will continue to be shaped by how we act on our mercy values in our lives. Ultimately, it is an idea that is ours to define. I know we can all leave Mercy confident that our choices will continue to demonstrate and define who a Mercy girl is. I'm hopeful for the future because knowing our class, I know that we will do our school proud. I'll end the speech with a quote because I know there are many people who can express my wishes for the class much better than I could. After choosing a college this past year, I've been receiving tons of information for this coming school year, and one of my school administrators always ends his emails with a quote that never fails to turn my personal stresses for the future into excitement. I hope in reflecting on this quote that you are all emboldened by the sentiment just as I was. In the words of the author Mark Twain, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. So sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. It is now our time to explore, dream, and discover. Best of luck to the class of 2021. Thank you for the shoulders we have leaned on and the smiles we've shared. I wish you all nothing but the best. And I hope that wherever life takes us, we never forget that we will forever be connected through mercy. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy, and thank you to all of our speakers today and for all of our graduates. To the class of 2021, a group of young women who we have come to respect dearly. You often hear that life goes faster than you can imagine, that you just blink and it seems like a decade has passed. Part of the reason for this is that we get so busy moving moment for moment that we fail to stop and breathe in the beauty of every day. We forget to be present in the moments that define our lives. So before we move on, I want to challenge you to be present in this moment. Stop worrying about your hair, or if you fall when you get your diploma. Stop thinking about who is here and who is watching on Zoom. Stop thinking about what you're doing after this ceremony and what you're doing after Mercy. Just let yourself be present as you graduate from high school. Let yourself be proud of yourself for what you overcame and what you achieved. Let yourself truly acknowledge the fact that this day marks a major life transition as you begin your lives as young adults. After the year that you have had, it's easy to think of all the what should have beens and what could have beens. But let's remember the beautiful memories that were and the people that helped to give you those memories and that have supported your dreams since the moment you were born. At this time, I want to invite our graduates to stand. As you stand, I want you to breathe in this moment. If you can, look for your special two people that you invited here. Think of the people on Zoom that are joining us right now. Not Zoom, live stream. We so often brush aside the special moments that we fail to see just how much they mean. So take these next few seconds and think of all those people that have made a difference in your life. Think of those people that are here with us or with us in spirit, sharing their love and their pride with you. I want you to soak that feeling in just for a few seconds. As you find your seats, I hope that you hold on to that love. You can sit down. Thanks, girls. I hope you hold on to that love and know that your faculty and staff are part of that love as well. My wish for you is that you never forget this moment and you never doubt just how loved you are, because the truth is you are loved beyond measure and you have been before you were even born. And this matters because it's the love that will carry you through life's greatest challenges. I cannot promise you life will be easy. In fact, I can guarantee you that it will not be easy. You will face many obstacles and many challenges as you continue on your different journeys. Life will be hard and it will be disappointing, and that's okay because it's supposed to be tough and we're supposed to be challenged. It's through life's challenges that we grow the most and develop our character and our own moral compass. I hope that rather than seeing life's challenges as setbacks or failures, that you view life's challenges as one big, great adventure. Remember, Peter Pan would not be Peter Pan if Captain Hook wasn't part of the story. If Captain Hook didn't challenge him, Peter Pan would have just been a boring little boy who was afraid to grow up. Adventures are supposed to be messy and muddy. That's what makes them so fun and beautiful. No matter what challenges, what adventures come your way, I know that you will be okay. You will be okay if you lean on those who love you and you trust your gut along the way. It's a moral compass that will lead you through life, so be careful not to ignore it. The past year and a half, you received a crash course on life as you were immersed in a curriculum we never had lesson plans for. Not only have we been waiting patiently, day by day, for updates to this pandemic and what it meant for your educational, extracurricular, and social lives, but you also have read story after story of innocent lives taken too soon, and often lives that were taken over something as simple as a lack of respect or a lack of appreciation for differences and diversity. We have seen how dangerous intolerance can be to our society, to our families. And we should never forget our founders, Catherine McAuley's words that we can never say it is enough. We always can do more. Through this whole unplanned curriculum of your senior year, I hope your biggest takeaway is that you recognize just how precious the gift of time is and what we do with it. We don't know if we have 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, or 100 years left on this planet. But let's not waste a second of it. How will you choose to spend your time? Who will you choose to spend your time with? And how will the world be a better place because you lived? There is no promise of tomorrow, so your goal is to make every day today that you have the best possible it can be. And I hope that every day you choose to live it not just for yourself, but for somebody else too. Remember, not everybody was gifted with a Mercy education. You all received the gift of a Mercy education, and with that comes great responsibility, because it's now your job to share this gift with others. Don't be selective with who you share Mercy with. You may be the only opportunity in somebody's life to experience a tiny piece of what you had the last 4 years. Pay that gift forward. Continue to spread Catherine McAuley's mission. Continue the good work of the Sisters of Mercy. Continue to keep mercy in your heart and to bring mercy to those you meet along the way. Fight for justice, be an advocate for the underdog, and stand up for right when you see wrong. Remember that life is filled with unknowns, and no matter how much you try to control your future, you simply can't, because there are things out of our control. Moments that you want explanations for, but there simply aren't any, or moments where the explanations will come years later once you have clarity. So enjoy the ride that this roller coaster of life will take you on, and trust the process. And remember, if at any point you don't like the direction it's taking you in, you have the power and all the tools and support you need to change direction. Don't ever be afraid to be brave in those scary life moments. I hope you never get too busy or too deep in something that you forget some of the most basic life lessons you have learned. Like I said, this year was a crash course in life, so let's end with your Cliff Note version of life's lessons. Be kind to everybody you meet. Don't forget that in helping others, to take care of yourselves. Never lose yourself in anyone or anything. Don't let anybody make you feel you are not enough. You are more than enough. Walk away from those people. They don't deserve one more second of your time. Don't be afraid or too stubborn to ask for help or to let people see you in vulnerable moments. We all need help sometimes. That doesn't make us weak, it makes us strong. Call your parents. Don't be afraid of a challenge. Challenges can be fun, so just roll up your sleeves and dive right in. Choose your friends wisely. Never forget that you become what you surround yourself with. Forgive. Everybody's not perfect, so forgive. Don't be afraid to be you. We so often spend so much time worrying over who others want us to be that we fail at being who we are meant to be. Never forget that you are absolutely perfect, even with all your imperfections, because those imperfections make you so unique. Don't be afraid to be happy. Sometimes we feel that we're not allowed to or we don't deserve it. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Each of you deserves to be happy. Don't take life so seriously that you forget to be silly. Don't forget to giggle. Share your smiles with others. Love yourself, even through all your mistakes. Just as you forgive others, you need to forgive yourself. Be kind. Share your love and let yourself be loved. If you follow this, everything else will fall into place. Best of luck, class of 2021, on your next adventures. I hope whatever your calling is, that it calls you to make a difference, to make an impact for the better, and to share the gift of mercy with all those whose paths you cross. Regardless of where life takes you, know that wherever you go, you are never alone, because you walk with the handprints of your Mercy family on your heart for the rest of your lives. Cherish your memories. Honor your memories. Congratulations, class of 21. We are so proud of the individuals you have become, and we have no doubt that each of you is destined for success. Congratulations.
Thank you, Natalie. At this time, I'd like to welcome and invite Sister Carolyn to stand. Sister Carolyn served as the head of school at Mercy San Francisco and has supported education throughout her career. Thank you for being here to celebrate all of our graduates, and thank you for your leadership at Mercy San Francisco. Sister Carolyn. And now the faculty and staff of Mercy High School Burlingame will present to you the 87th graduating class, the class of 2021. We've chosen St. Pius as an appropriate setting for graduation, reflective of each student's Catholic education. We share your enthusiasm for your daughters, and we ask that you please hold your applause until all of the graduates have received their diplomas. I would like to thank you in advance for honoring this very important detail. This is the moment each of our graduates have awaited. Receiving diplomas are Dominique Martina Dessa, Maria Guadalupe Alarcon Lopez, Anna Isabella Alterio, Nancy Elizabeth Ostaby, Aya J. Romero Bansel, Addison Marie Barba, Brianna Grace Beatty, Sierra Hannah Mae Beaver, Minot Claire Behringer, Sarah Jane Berman. Elizabeth Marie Bermudez. Veronica Krista Basso. Margaret Tracy Brown. Natalie Marie Brownstein. Caroline Colleen Callaghy. Lily McKenna Campbell. Jenna Alexandria Villaroman Canacosa. Caitlin Lee Chan. Veronica Chi. Mia Delaney Chang. Alyssa Ray Colasso. Kira Elise Comstock. Kayla Marie Curran. Anna Catherine Dawes. Samantha Kehalani Dolas. And draw Emily Dong. Viana Bianca Elgart. Jenna Rami Elgelda. Mia Alan Felice. Sydney Ashley Farrell. Marissa Rose Perugia. Samantha Ruth Fishbeck. Katerina Elena Fontana. Bridget Colleen Forbes. Jessica Gamez. Olivia Simona Ganoza. Haley Micaela Garcia. Erin Elizabeth Gilligan. Maya Elizabeth Grant. Maya Cole Michau Hagstrom. Kelly Yinne Han. Natalie Nguyen Hong. Ella Hawkridge. Joanne Hoy. Julia Lynn Hulsman. Natalie Maria Jabber. Amira Marie Jones. Amelie Husto Sines. Iceline Husto Sines. Sepure Elise Kasporian. Anais Inya Ko. Natalie Hernandez Lara. Charlotte Liberty. Caitlin Ann Loeffler Malatesta. Catherine Michelle Lopez. Yeyu Liu. Taryn Olivia Luftman. Stella Liu. Mia Madeline. Zari Melina Malik. Catherine McLaughlin. Mina Luce Medina. Raven Ashley Cruz Medina. Claire Michelle Melnick. Wilka Mendiola. Alyssa Marie Menner. Asupa Aniketi Doeumu Patricia Mila. Savannah Laurel Bartolome Moraga. Betsy Morales Ramirez. Fiona Culligan Murphy. Jasmine Angeli Murray. Samantha Pamela Knoll. Kristen Ann O'Connell. Caitlin Jean Osborne. Charlize Rosalind Pangosnan. Reese Lizelle Soriana Parungao. Tessa J. Patel. Alessandra Panagos. Camille Sue Peralta. Lily Wong Percocha. Kylie Pfeiffer. Leia Isabella Sukitan Pineda. Adora Argiro Pitcock. Annabelle Grace Calopez Regalado. Julia Page Riley. Gabrielle Nicole Yee Reyes. Isabella Anaí Reynoso. Bianca Gabriela Ribi. Nancy Roman Vite. Mia Jo Roy. Lily Danielle Saavedra. Darlene Tina Salome. Isabel Sanchez. Kylie Milena Sao. Andrea Yvonne Cerna. Isabella Serrano. Kayla Marie Shaw. Sophia Elizabeth Porter Solomon. Ariel Alexis Solorzano. Elizabeth Soriano. Geneva Savanek. Megan Elizabeth Sowers. Margaret Patricia Street. Dahlia Ann Sweetan. Brianna Rose Tammany. Celebrating elsewhere, Ruyi Xuen Tang. Sierra Taverna. Stidamada Eleanor Taboy. Lorraine May Trinidad. Ariana Isabella Vieira. Evelyn Rose Walter. Madeline Shinrei Wang. Ella Grace Wilson. Celebrating elsewhere, Rebecca Wu. Yu Pamela Xiang. Celebrating elsewhere, Zhu Xuen Chu. We cordially invite the graduates of the class of 2021 and any alumni present to stand for the singing of the alma mater. The words can be found at the back of the graduation program.
invite the Senior Class Council to come forward to make it official. Congratulations, class of 2021. You have officially graduated from Mercy High School.